Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, I know. And you want to know why? Do you want to know why I didn't post a video last week? It's because, yes, the girls had COVID. The girls got COVID. And if you are not a true miracle watcher, I need a cuter name than that. But, anyways, if you're not a watcher, you didn't know that I got COVID while I was pregnant with them. I think it was 8 months or 7 months. So I really thought that, they were immune to COVID because while you were being like formed, I got COVID and I got the antibiotics. So the infusion. So you should be like good, but no. Anyways, so they got COVID a couple of weeks ago, but I guess they are kind of immune, but not really because they weren't really, really sick. Okay, so Mila, I noticed that she was sick because her eyes like got this like glossy look. Like she just had this glossy look in her eyes. And Mila is like, you can look at her and she starts cracking up laughing. And so I was playing with her. I'm playing peekaboo, I'm dancing, I'm doing everything. And Homecare was just straight face, like, I was like, Mila, this not you. This is not our relationship. Like, you laugh at anything I do. And so she was just like, they're like, okay, like, I'm over it. So I was like, my baby is sick. Now, I don't know if I updated you guys on this, but a month and a half prior, so Maverick, he got sick and he had everything but COVID. So he had the flu, he had strep and pink eye. So he did get the girl sick earlier a couple of months ago and they were on antibiotics. And so this go around when Mila has this like glossy look, I thought, okay, maybe it's coming back. Let's hurry up and get her back on antibiotics and go from there. So I go in, I take her to the doctor, and even the doctor noticed that she wasn't her happy-go-lucky self from the last time they were there, and she was like legit sick. And so at the like when we're leaving, the doctor was like, "Oh, do you want to just get them tested for COVID?" It was just Mila with me, and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I was gonna say no because I know like how she reacted to the last COVID test. I was like, "Yes, let's just make sure." That thing came back so fast, and it was like positive. And I was like, "Oh, wow!" Like she has COVID. And then we did a home test for Marley. And Marley's came back. So Mila, I did a home test for Mila, and Mila's home test was like, it's supposed to be a red strip. It was maroon. Like it was so dark. And then when I did Marley's, it was like a faint line. And as the 15 minutes went on, then you can see like, oh, it's a true line. So hers wasn't as dark as Mila's was. And Marley was fine the whole time, like cutting up. Because Marley cuts up. So she didn't have anything different in her like attitude. And Mila, basically, I felt like she was sick the day before I took her to the hospital. I mean, the doctor's appointment in that day. She was just like tired. But then after that, I felt like they were totally fine. So maybe in hindsight, like they are low key immune to COVID. Like it just doesn't affect them, but it doesn't really affect babies like that. I don't know. But you just got to tell yourself something so it don't seem as bad that your at the time 3-month-year-old babies got COVID. Both of them tested positive. Oh, everybody in the house was totally fine. No one got sick. Um, no one around them because Autumn, I was watching Autumn and Maryland a couple of days prior to, but they were totally fine. Um, the reaction from my family, the reaction from my family, it was just like, I don't know, my family is just, I don't know if they're more understanding or they just like they over it, like everybody, well, majority of people is over it. So, you do the calls and you're like, hey, how's everybody feeling over there? Mila and Marley has COVID. And so I just feel like everybody's response was more concerned about the girls than like them, which is like it made me feel like my family is definitely like understanding and compassionate. And so no one was sick, so they were like, oh no, we feel fine, we have the home test, we'll take them, because my little cousin Destiny actually watches the girls. So I text her and I text Tonisha, and they were like, oh no, everybody feels fine, we'll take a home test, but is the girls okay? And I'm like, yes, the girls are okay. So that was reassuring that everyone's response was in a loving light, because me dealing with COVID while I was pregnant, I know I experienced kind of like, I guess it's like you can go through COVID shame. Like, to make those rounds and have to call people and be like, I tested positive, did you? It's like this, not, I don't want to say sin, but sometimes you feel like you got like this disease and you've infected everybody, and it's like dun dun dun. And it is maybe a little bit shameful and embarrassing, and just like, oh my god, I am in this situation. And then you have to call everybody that you've been in contact with and just be like, I'm positive, like, make sure you are too. And I'm sorry, I didn't know. Like, all of this. It's like this song and dance. Anyways, everybody who has had COVID knows the underlying feeling of like, now you have to like do your rounds. But anyways, I'm just thankful that my family didn't make me feel any type of way when I had to tell them, the girls got COVID. They were just concerned about, how do they feel? Are they okay? Do you need anything? And then everybody in the house was totally fine. So thankful for them, and just the way they responded. So that is the update on the girls in their COVID. I didn't do literally anything. I never gave them medicine. I monitored their fever. I think one time Mila did have like a 101, but other than that, like the next hour I took it, it was back down. So they truly didn't have any symptoms other than Mila not laughing and playing with me for those 2 days. That was like devastating. I was like, girl, this is not you. Like, I need you to smile and laugh. And and then Marley was just the same. But yes, that is our COVID update to the parents out there that are dealing with little babies that have COVID. My heart goes out to you, because you really can't give them anything. When they did have, the flu and pink eye and all of that, they were able to give them antibiotics. But for COVID, they literally gave them nothing. And it was like, just wait it out. So I see how it could be hard when you can't give your little babies anything. They just now graduated to, I don't know if that's a graduation, but they can just now get some type of Tylenol if they get sick in the future, because they hit their weight requirements to even get that. But before then, they were only 3 months. So you just gotta hug on them and love them. Make sure they're still having their wet diapers, and poopy diapers, and that's pretty much it. I think probably Mila wasn't finishing her bottle. It was probably the symptoms of Marley. I'm sorry, not Mila be finishing her bottles, but Marley probably didn't finish a couple of her bottles during that time. But like I said, everybody's fine, and that is the wrap up. Thank you for watching.